Hello, Namaste. I am Shobha Balasubramaniam here. Today's recipe is a very popular dish of Karnataka, that is the Bisibelebath. Actually, Bisibelebath meaning Bisi is hot, Bele is lentil or the dal, Bath is the usual rice bath. So you will have to spell this as Bisibelebath. So this is a very tasty dish of Karnataka, as you all know. So without much ado, let's see the recipe. Here I have taken beans, French beans, carrots, potatoes, peas, and this is a Mangalore Sautekai or a sort of cucumber that is called as Mangalore Sautekai. For Bisibelebath, you will have to take one watery vegetable, that is a must. Since I did not have ash gourd, I have taken this. You can take ash gourd or this Mangalore Sautekai, or even chauchu or the chayote. Okay, so these are the vegetables that you must take. While tempering, I will be adding capsicum and just one tomato. I have taken roughly half a cup of each of these vegetables for making Bisibelebath today. Here I have taken a bigger cooker. For the quantity that I am preparing, just a 3 liter or 5 liter cooker will do. Right now I don't have that cooker readily available. So that's the reason I have taken a bigger cooker. This is a stall cooker. This is very good. I have been using it since 3 to 4 years. This is a 6.5 liter cooker. So to this I am going to add half a cup of tur dal. Here the measurement of rice and dal must be equal. Even if you take a little more of tur dal, it will be very tasty. Okay? Please do follow this. So I am taking half cup rice, raw rice, and to this cooker we will add all these vegetables, right? All these vegetables along with half cup of tur dal. Here I have added the half cup of rice, half cup of tur dal and all the vegetables. So I have washed everything 3 times in water. Now to this we are going to add water. See, I have taken half a cup of rice and half a cup of tur dal. So that makes it 1 cup. So for 1 cup of dal and rice together, I will be adding 3 cups of water. Since we have added the vegetables also additionally, I will be adding about 4 to 4.5 cups of water. So I have measured the water. This is 4.5 cups because it has to be cooked mushy. So to this we will add little turmeric powder, very little. I am adding now itself. So I am adding the required salt also. I am adding the rock salt. So now I am going to keep this on the stove for just 2 whistles and switch it off. I will close the cooker and keep it for 2 whistles. I will keep this cooker on another stove. So in the meantime, I will show you what we need to fry for making the Bisibelebath powder. So these are the spices that we require for making the masala for Bisibelebath powder. Okay. The quantity of Bisibelebath powder that I will be grinding today is less. Just for this time I may be using and for the next time. If you want to grind it in a larger quantity, you can double the quantity of each of the ingredient. And you can store it outside and use it for your future use also. Since the procedure of making the Bisibelebath powder is not very difficult, I advise you to always make it fresh in little quantity and make the Bisibelebath. So here I have taken 1/4 cup of coriander seeds or the dhania. And chana dal, we have to take half the quantity of coriander seeds. So I have taken about 1.5 tablespoons of chana dal. And a little more than 1/4 cup of copra or the dry coconut, and just half teaspoon of poppy seeds or the kaskas. And about 20 Badgi chilies I have taken. This will not be very spicy, but at the same time it will give you very good color. And this is called as Marathi Moggu. I have taken just 3, and cinnamon stick, about 10 cloves. So these are all the dry spices that we require. We have to dry fry all this except the red chilies. When we are frying the red chilies, we need to add a little oil. So now we will start frying. I will show you how to fry. So here I have kept a kadai on the stove. This is the Vinod Triply steel kadai. It's a very beautiful product with no hassles and very easy to maintain. Once the kadai is hot, add the cloves, the Marathi mugu and the cinnamon sticks. Dry fry on low medium heat, taking care not to burn them. These are fried well now. I am going to add the quarter cup of coriander seeds or the dhania and the 1.5 tablespoon of chana dal. We will fry this also in low medium heat till you get very good aroma. So these are fried now. When these are almost fried, we will add the poppy seeds because poppy seeds does not take much time to fry. Switch off the stove and transfer this to a plate. Now we will add the copra. Keep it in very minimum. Copra you can add a little more than quarter cup. See, it's quite hot. I can remove it in just a minute. This we will fry and you keep this separately, okay? You should not combine with that. Now finally frying the red chilies. Add very little oil to the kadai before frying the red chilies. The reason for adding little oil before frying the red chilies is that the red chilies while frying will have an acrid smell or the taste, because of which you will tend to sneeze or cough. Just to avoid that, it's better to add a very little oil before frying red chilies. So this is also over. I am turning off the stove. I'll transfer the chilies also to the same plate to which we had transferred the coriander seeds and other things. So here these are fried, only the copra is kept separately. We will allow these ingredients to become cool completely. Now these spices are completely cool. I will grind this in mixie to a fine powder first. After grinding this to a powder, I'll add the copra and then grind. Otherwise the copra will tend to leave oil and your Bisibelebath powder will not taste good. So that's the reason I will grind these first, and then after these are powdered to a fine powder, I'll add this and again grind it to a fine powder. I'll be back after grinding. See, I have ground it like this. Now I'll add the copra and grind it again. See, I have ground the powder, the fresh Bisibelebath powder. It's got a fantastic color here. That's because of the Badagi chilies. See, you may not require the entire quantity of this powder for the quantity that we are preparing, okay? Add the required powder accordingly to the quantity of the rice and dal. If you have excess powder, you can store it outside, but it's better to use it early. That's just because it may lose its freshness. So the cooker is ready now after 2 whistles. I'll just open. See, it's cooked very well. See, you can see that it is cooked very well and mushy. This is how it should be. So I am going to switch on the stove now. I am now going to add the tamarind pulp. I had soaked big gooseberry sized tamarind in hot water for half an hour and then taken out the pulp. That I am adding now. You add the tamarind pulp according to your taste. Check for salt now. You can add warm water if required to adjust the consistency, because Bisibelebath should not be too watery or at the same time too thick. We will cook this for another 2-3 minutes and then add the Bisibelebath powder. I am adding 2 tablespoons of ghee. It will taste very good. I am adding the Bisibelebath powder. Bisibelebath powder you add according to your requirement. You can taste and then add if you want more. Right now I added 3 tablespoons. I am adding little more ghee. As I told you, ghee will give you extra taste. Check for salt, tamarind, everything. you feel it is too thick, you can add warm water as I told you. So now this is over. I am going to keep this aside and we will give a tempering to this. Okay. I have kept a kadai in the stove now. I am adding about 3 tablespoons of oil. Let the oil become hot. When the oil becomes hot, add 2 teaspoons of mustard and 2 teaspoons of chana dal. When these two are fried, add cashews, 10 to 12 cashews, and fry them well. Add 2 red chilies, then few curry leaves and a small capsicum cut fine like this, and a small tomato cut like this. Fry all these well in low medium flame till the tomatoes become a little soft and the capsicum become a little crunchy. It should not be overcooked, the capsicum, it should be just crunchy. You all know that Bisibelebath is a very popular dish of Karnataka here. So here in hotels they usually add the small onions or the shallots, what you call, while tempering, that is at this stage. So if you like shallots, definitely do add that at this stage. Personally, I do not like the taste of shallots, so I have not added. So if you like it, definitely you please add it. So if you are adding shallots, you have to fry that also till they change color and become translucent. So for this you add required salt only for this quantity because we have already added salt to the rice. This is done now. The capsicum has become crunchy. It should not be overcooked. Now we will transfer this to the Bisibelebath which we have prepared. Now we will pour this tempering over the Bisibelebath. So our Bisibelebath is over. I will transfer this to a serving bowl. Give it a good mix and then we will transfer it to the serving bowl. So our Karnataka famous Bisibelebath is ready to be served. Please serve this with either tomato onion raita or bundi or even chips. Please do give this a try. If you are watching my channel for the first time, please like the video, share the video with your friends and relatives, and also subscribe to my channel Spices and Flavors by Shobha if you have not yet done so. And also click the bell icon and click all, as you will be notified as and when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching my video. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu.